Is your third chakra ruining your life? Well, that's a big statement, but is it blocking your intuition? Is your third chakra your secret saboteur? And it is the part of you that doesn't let the guidance in, even though you're getting it? My name's Sonia Choquette. Welcome to my channel. We are talking about how to live in the fifth dimension, how to harness your intuition. Let it lead, let it guide you, how to live from spirit, connect to spirit, be guided by your spirit, and helped by your spirit guides. And today I want to talk about your third chakra because it very well may be your secret saboteur. Now, what is the third chakra? It's your solar plexus. It is the part of you that protects you. It is the part of you that sets up your boundaries, sets up your sense of willpower. It directs your decisions. And when your third chakra is working in tandem with your spirit, you are an invincible force. But sadly, most people are at war with the third and fourth chakra. The third chakra is really holding you back. So today we got to focus on how to stop that. It's either holding you back, throwing you under the bus, creating all kinds of havoc, and we got to get that source. So if you're here, it's because your inner guidance, your spirit brought you here, your guides brought you here, and today we are going to do a little bit of psychic adjustment to get your third chakra to start working for you instead of against you. Now, again, the third chakra is the part of you it's the seat in the center of your willpower. Now, if it's working well, then you feel, I always say it's sort of like the throne upon which your spirit sits. It's like the foundation of who you are in this world. And when that third chakra is really working well for you, you have a very clear sense of yes and no. You have no hesitation to really be self-interested, which, by the way, is not at all the same as selfish. Self-interested, I love myself, I love my spirit, I take care of myself, I know what supports and aligns myself. And when that third chakra is working well, it's the first thing to alert you if something's off, if someone is off, if someone's intention is off, if some decision is off, some direction in which you're moving is off. Your third chakra will say, oh no, not good, and protect you. It will keep you strong and safe. It'll be the one that alerts you. You know, when we say my gut feeling, that's your third chakra vibing. It's sort of like SOS, Mayday, Mayday, pay attention. It's like the inner fire alarm to say, this is dangerous, like the house alarm. And if we have it wired into our spirit, then we're going to be really protected. But if it is wired into your ego is one little fraidy cat barking dog. It's like the little chihuahua that runs under the bed. So if your third chakra is wired into that, guess what's going to control you? The need for approval of others, which will make you so small, so fast. It will cause you to self-betray. It'll cause you to say yes when you mean no. It'll cause you to say, I'm confused, I don't know. If that third chakra is miswired, misaligned, and it is not aligned with your heart and spirit, it's like breaking the first commandment. It's having all kinds of false gods, other people's opinions. It's being afraid of people's strong reactions. It's being a people pleaser versus really following your own inner direction. But when it's working and it's aligned with your spirit, you become energetically very powerful. Without even opening your mouth, people know not to mess with you. They can sense that your spirit is in your body, it's in your heart. And when your spirit is embodied and your third chakra is holding and supporting that, it really sends all the interlopers out. It's like everybody out, all the squatters out, all the intrusive voices out. and it leaves you feeling peaceful. So if you're troubled and you're worried about what people think and your mind is all worked up and you're second guessing, it's your third chakra. We got to adjust that. So one of the first ways to adjust it is so simple. You just want to open up your throat, open up this higher self, come all the way to your belly, breathe in, and then pull your belly really hard to your spine and say, ha! And it's just like a force. It's like a cork out of the bottle. It's like pushing everything out, and it is a ha! And it's something that I've asked my students to do, and they're just like so shocked. It's like, I can't do that. And then they'll say, ha, ha. And that's laughable because that is not a force out. The other thing to notice is when your third chakra is aligned, you feel confident. If you don't feel confident, if you feel scared and threatened, it's a third chakra issue. So we have to get into your belly. You start by just going for a walk and talking to yourself. What I do is I put my cell phone headphones on, and I have a cell phone, and so people think I'm talking to someone, but I'm really talking to my spirit, myself, or my spirit guides. And first start by emptying the garbage, just acknowledging the things you're afraid of, because that's what's occupying your third chakra. It's like rather than being empowered, you are being sandbagged by fear. So we have to start pulling those fears out one at a time. Just ask yourself, just reflect, just pay attention, just acknowledge, well, what am I afraid of? The number one thing I hear, and I ask you to write this in the comments, what are you afraid of? Now, there might be some significant and super threatening fears, like I'm afraid I can't pay my bills. Survival is a big one. I'm afraid of being alone. Connection. Isolation is also a big one because we have a deep need for connection and belonging. I am afraid of being vulnerable because we need other people, and your ego is like, I don't want to even let anyone in. So that sets you up for a conundrum, because if we're vulnerable, we do need other people. But the truth is, as humans, we do need each other. Only the ego tries to leave you under the impression that you don't need anybody. It is a very misleading conception. And we need to look at when one of the afflictions of the third chakra is, I don't need anybody, I'm fine, I'm good. In fact, the minute you say I'm fine, to signal your third chakra is out. What you want to say instead is you want to check, do I feel empowered? Do I feel strong? Do I feel like I'm home? Those are big questions. Do I feel like I'm in my body? And here's a very important antidote for a very weak third chakra. What causes your third chakra to weaken is that you stop breathing. You breathe up here, you breathe very shallowly. You hold your breath because breath is power. You want to breathe all the way into your body. So practice breathing in slowly in through the nose to the count of 6. You're going to be like, I can't breathe. But if you relax, breathing in and then pause, breathing the belly to the spine and empty. So like scoop in and empty the garbage. Breathe in, scoop in life force, and then empty the garbage. Then start, like I said, acknowledge what you're afraid of, and then make the distinction. Is this a legitimate threat, or is this just a free-floating anxiety? If it's a legitimate threat, say, I can't pay my bills, rather than being afraid and getting paralyzed and breathless, you breathe in, and this is your power center. You ask your spirit, who sits on this throne, to move you in the direction of effective self-reliance. You move you in the direction of income that you can manifest for yourself so you feel empowered. Move you in the direction of meeting your basic needs. Don't ask to grab onto someone else, because that's a false god. That is powerlessness. You can activate that third chakra. Okay, Well, let's just say, okay, I'm on the Titanic. We're sinking. Well, move me to the lifeboats. Get me out of here. Movement, breath is very important to get that third chakra regulated and get your power back. Oh, try doing that and let that that strong sound rise from your belly and out. Because one of the reasons why your third chakra is so weak is that you have been threatened or had your power taken away when you were maybe very young. Maybe you were around unsafe people or unsafe circumstances, or a philosophy of, you're small, so be quiet. Whatever the historical reason, and this can even go into past lives, we have to recognize that the way forward and to regulate that third chakra so it doesn't sabotage you any longer and block your power is to be present and breathe into the present. And here's a technique you can use. Again, you can go for a walk. Walking is important. Movement is everything. And as you're walking, I want you to start noticing where you are right now and acknowledging it. I'm walking down a street in my city. I am walking at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then acknowledge what you see. I see 3 red cars, a house, a bicycle, whatever. And then after every 2 or 3 or 4 things, say, and I'm safe in this moment. I am in my body. I am in this moment, and I am safe. Now, there might be circumstances where, I am trapped in my room with a horrible abuser and I am not safe. If that is the actual case, that's even more reason to open up this third chakra, because it is power of intention. And when we give that up, people bully us. They just sense that we're wobbly and weak-kneed or absent. They sense energetically no one's home. So you now need to start summoning your spirit with intention. Ask yourself, what are your intentions? What do you want to have happen? And better yet, choose. So the words to activate the third chakra and really regulate and empower yourself again are the words, I decide. Guess what? A dysregulated or weak or shut down chakra, third chakra, you're letting everything else decide your direction, your place in life, your situation. For example, say you work with somebody who is just really becoming entitled and pushing you around and a bit arrogant and just snarky and putting you down, and you might be getting smaller and smaller. And the more that hurts and feels uncomfortable, you might shrink it a little bit more, and they're moving in on your territory. Start breathing. Whenever you're around them, just take a breath and look them in the eye. You don't have to say anything. Just breathe and just look them right in the eye, like, okay. And then with the breath, push them out. You could also cross your arms. Protect the solar plexus, just put them across your arms. And then be quiet and breathe, but intend to push them back. One of my favorite tools is I have the third chakra tool is breathe into your solar plexus and intend for people, I can hear you better over there, and just literally energetically push them back and establish a boundary. This is my boundary. I don't receive you. You can't come in here. I'm not internalizing your energy. I'm not going to be bullied and let my imagination fear you. I don't fear you. Back away. Now that might be really hard for some people, but you never have to say it. You intend it. But you have to intend it. You can't hope for it. You can't wish for it. So what it involves is your inner adult steps in, because it's your inner child that's scared. So you tell your inner child, arms across, I got you. And your inner adult steps in, back off. And I don't receive you. You can actually say something to that effect without being combative, because a lot of us just don't want to get into a battle. But if someone is bullying you, you can say, that doesn't work for me. Can you try communicating differently? I'm not understanding the intensity of the way you're communicating. Can you try it again? Now, if you're with a crazy maniac, that's probably going to invite trouble. So just decide it internally. I don't receive you. Really, truly, whoosh. I don't receive you. Breathe in your spirit. Spirit is power. And then ask for protection from your spirit guides. In particular, you have an archangel who has your back. That is the archangel Michael for some of you. And you can actually pull that energy up, which is a huge force of light. Think of an electric blue light having your back and pushing everything out, both sides, to side and forward and off my back. And just be calm. Don't talk, don't cry, don't yell. Those are all loss of power. Breathe. Just breathe. Just keep breathing. Just keep breathing and don't get flustered. You have to practice. So practice if you're in that, and if you find that I'm a people pleaser and just, anybody can bully me, anybody with a strong personality or strong voice can bully me, then it'll keep coming until you get back in your body and own your energy and push everything away. Besides, I'll give you another really big and most important reason. If you get pushed out of your throne, of your center, and squatters move in, which is other people's opinions and people pleasing, you can't hear your inner guidance or receive guidance from your higher self. That is way too high a price to pay for anybody's menacing energy. So just decide your spirit is powerful, even if, I always say your ego is like a barking dog. So if yours is a scaredy cat, toothless chihuahua, okay, that's okay. Some of us do have that kind of temperament, but my spirit is divine. And the spirit is felt in the breath. So breathing in, hold and pause, and when you're afraid of a decision, practice this breath. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 6, hold for 4. Do it 10, 20 times, and then you'll get guidance. You'll clear all that noise and all that fear-mongering that's going on. And I do want you to practice 2 words that'll strengthen your third chakra and open the gateway to hear your guides. I decide. And then ask yourself, well, what do you decide? You decide where your boundaries are. Other people don't know them. I decide. If someone crosses them, you can very calmly just say, that doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me. I will have to do something else. Or, I'm sorry, that's not for me. I can't participate. The best way to keep your boundaries strong, however, is not to lose emotional equilibrium, regulation. When you get emotional, angry, flustered, whatever, all your power just like goes out the door. So we have to practice this when you're calm, when you go for walks. I decide, and then start naming. I decide that I am going to work till 5 p.m. and then go home. I decide that I'm going to own my project and take credit for it. I decide who I'm friends with and who I am not friends with. I decide. But then you have to practice. Start with little things. I decide what I'm going to eat for dinner. So if someone asks you, what do you want for dinner? Don't say, I don't know, I don't care. Because that's an abandonment of your third chakra. If it's a muscle that you have to keep working, that's like a flabby workout. It's like, no, think about it. Reflect, check in, breathe. And then you can practice. You can say, I'd like chicken. And then listen to your own voice. Does that feel true? No, I've changed my mind, because the third chakra can also change your mind. One of the reasons we abandon our third chakra is that we're so afraid of getting it wrong, we won't commit to anything. And third chakra is commitment. You have to commit to your spirit. Don't commit to keeping the peace out here, because you'll just be used and abused and deflated. You'll have no power and no respect. So this is a big practice, because if your third chakra is not operating well, You're not going to hear your intuition. You're not going to feel your power, and you won't be able to manifest, because manifestation requires the fuel of intention. So let's go back to, what do you intend? And don't think about, what do I intend forever? It's for today or for this week. And I want to tell you the difference between intending and wishful thinking. Okay, let's say you want a vacation. You want a vacation and you want that vacation to be on a beach. Well, an intention is to start looking for what beach, what hotel, what location, what day I'm going to go. It invites action and commitment. Wishful thinking doesn't ever get specific. Intention will move you. Wishful thinking will just leave you kind of socked in with a lot of emotion and frustration. So what is your intention? And this is what's fun about manifesting. You can't manifest without the third chakra in place, with breath, not being intruded upon. This is my domain. This is my field. And in my field, I get to create my kingdom or queendom. I decide. And when you own that, you can start manifesting. You let other things decide for you. Big comment for that is, I have no choice. You've abandoned your spirit. You've cut off your spirit guides. You can't hear the higher dimension. You've handed the keys to your life over to the barking dogs of the world, and you're going to get chewed up. I decide puts you back in the driver's seat of your bus, of your life. It moves the noise out, and you get to say, well, where do I want to go now? Sometimes if you're trying to decide where I want to go for the ultimate of my life, it's too big. You're back in the noise. You're back in the confusion. You've abandoned your third chakra power position, and all the noise moves in. Where do I want to do? What do I intend today? Just pick one thing. Like for me, every day, no matter what, in my busy, chaotic, and sometimes super disrupted life, I walk every day. It's a non-negotiable. And that's one of the ways to strengthen your third chakra, is to walk. Because you have to be in your body to walk, and to be in your body and walk, you have to walk and breathe. And that means your spirit is here directing. I decide where to go. I decide what street. I decide. And don't walk unconsciously, walk consciously. So I decide. And as you walk, name the things you decide. I decide that I'm going to follow my dream. I decide I'm going to write that play. I decide that I'm going to stop smoking cigarettes. Or better yet, I decide I'm a non-smoker. I decide that I am really beautiful. Nobody decides that for me. I decide. So this is the exercise, and I'm going to work on this a little bit more, but this third chakra is either going to be your power and your gateway to your higher dimensions and your ability to manifest, hear your guides, lead your life, and live and have a sense of purpose and direction and connection. Or you're going to just be socked in and piled on with everybody moving in like squatters and helping themselves to your energy and just picking the energy off your bones like a bunch of vultures. Don't want that, right? That's a yucky image. So this really, I've never really addressed the third chakra in my channels, but the guides have left me this morning saying we're not going to have any success unless everybody gets to understand their energetic body. And that third chakra is the gateway to your manifestation, to your ability to hear your guides, to your ability to create your life, your ability to connect with others. And you're waiting for everybody to decide for you. You leave yourself powerless. We're not going to do that. So I decide I'm going to listen to my spirit and vocalize it as you go walking. So when other people challenge you, you're ready to speak. It doesn't work for me. Or just breathe. And if they say, what are you doing? You just say, I'm listening. Now, there's one more beautiful tool to temper someone who is being really invasive and bullying. Harsh, entitled, angry. If you're not up to confronting them and you don't want to battle, just start breathing deeply. And they will match your breath. So just start breathing. If they say, "What are you doing?" Say, "I'm listening. I'm listening to you." But you're what you're really saying is, I'm watching your ego go crazy. Just keep breathing and keep watching and saying, "I'm listening. I'm here." That ego will deflate like a balloon, and they will start breathing with you. And you take your power back. And if they feel your power is coming back, they will probably walk away pretty fast. It's kind of fun to watch. So if you get really intimidated, start breathing deeply. People will start to breathe with you. You don't have to exaggerate and be clearly unnatural, but just naturally breathe in and hum. And listen. That is massive power. So I hope this helps. We'll talk about this more because we don't want your third chakra blocking your ability to rise to the fifth dimension because it's fearful or it's or it's absent or it's turning your power over. We've got to make a little corrective shift here, and today's the day. If this helped you, you were guided, that's exactly what I need to hear. Please give me a thumbs up. More excitingly, leave comments. Tell me how this is working out for you. Try these tools and let me know. Name the things you're afraid of, and at the end of it, ask yourself, those are there, but I'm not in danger. Those are irritating and threatening to my ego, but my spirit is powerful. And then try these techniques. Arms crossed, turn away, breathe deeply, hold, ha. And then the last one is laugh. And really practice laughing a lot because laughing is power. We'll talk more about that next time. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't. And for those of you who have, I'm so grateful. Our community is growing. And it's a force in and of itself where you can ask the community to help you. So if you feel powerless, we have a lot of subscribers on this channel. Ask them to please send you their intention for you to rise up and reclaim your power. How wonderful is that for a good use of our channel? See you next week, everybody. Thumbs up, subscribe, lots of love. Bye.